Live. Going live. No, I think we're live. I do believe we're live. I could be wrong. It says we're live. Let's see if chatbot is working. Yeah, we gotta lock in on there. You know, it ain't gonna work when I don't type it right. I have 20 coins. All right. Let's do some nickel rolls, I guess. Well, should be rolling. Says we're live. We may be, we may not be. I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. I really need to get some tunes, I think. I don't see anything. Let's take the first one and zoom in here. E1. Wonder if this light up here. Oh, I don't need that on for that view. $94. $22. There's an 04. 3. D. We might actually be in here all by ourselves tonight. 17D. Let's see. That was an ender at one point. 17P. $94. Denver. This looks newer. 2020P, kind of in good shape still. A couple of contact marks. What do we got here? 2010. A little bit of scuffing and stuff. There's a 2025. Let me save all the 2025s right now. Not a hit, but definitely save them. 16P. Or this one looks older. No mint mark on the back, but it is going to be a 46, so it will be the first hit of the night on a 46P or Philly. .46 Philly is 161 million, so not a huge hit. But still okay. Still a 40. 92. $87 Denver. $84. $92. Pull that back up. $94. $70. $23. We don't really save those anymore. $72. $12. This one looks a little older. $64 Denver. Uh, 2020. This one looks a little older. 70D. $2021D. A 63 Denver. $77. Denver. Was that a 2000? Yeah, 2000. '72 Denver in a little better shape. Not really. Not really. Five. There's an 05 or an 04. Buffalo. No wounded. Speared buffalo. 74D. Six. And round it out. A 05, another buffalo. No. A Ocean View. So, next roll. Next roll. Nothing crazy from the looks of it. '96. DD. 15. I'm going to adjust the light up here a little bit just to give us, just to see if that helps or hinders. 2002. D. Another buffalo. 98. 13. 1990. This one looks newer. No mint mark on a 57. So in roll 2, first 57 Philly, 39 million. So that's a little bit better. It don't look too bad. So 2 for 2. Anyways. $18p. Here's a good shot at a, and it's not bad on the obverse, but here's a good shot at a die chip. And I don't see any on the building. '07. There's definitely a die chip there that wanted to start. Let's turn on the scope and see how much it looks like it's there. Definitely wanted to start. And we had the start of a little chip, but definitely not worth getting excited about. $15. $7. $83D, kind of a nice looking one. Might save that. I might set that aside. I got gunk on the back though, so kind of sucked that one off. The 25 Philly. $79. Pretty beat up. Is that a 95? Yeah. 95. 80 Philly. Thought there was some rotation, but it was just me. $98. 23. That's a D. 92. $02. Reverse looks pretty nice, but good chunk on his cheek on the obverse. 96. 61. I don't see a lot of 61s. $41. There's the second hit to the roll, and it will be a 41 Philly. Which will be 203 million. Still a good one for the roll. 88D, kind of a nice looking one. No steps. Four. $2,000. Here's an ugly looking one. What is it? 95 Denver. Some kind of corrosion. And end this roll. 80 Philly. Alright, two bangers for that. Why did I set this one aside? Oh, that was the 25. Alright. Hey, my chair up here a little bit better. Not close enough to the desk. Roll number 3. Probably just hold it to the 3 rolls tonight. Investable. What's up, my man? Hey, your package should be there tomorrow. At least that's what I think it said on my end on the tracking. And I threw a couple other things in there for you, so kind of made it a little bit more worth your shipping. Yeah, I don't see anything that looks like it's going to be silver color. Oh, you're at work? Audio sound good. Audio sound check good. All right, perfect. you remembered just to give me it now. That's cool. Oh, wrong camera. Wrong camera. Oh, it's in town already. Goes okay, yeah. So you'll get it tomorrow. That's what my tracking said. I looked at it today while I was at work, and it said tomorrow. So I was like, cool. You'll get it. I don't remember what night it was we were on. Did you get that on Monday night? Or was that over the weekend? '94. I figured this was a 25 coming up with how shiny it was. I'm going to set that aside. I'm still tubing all 2025s. I don't know if I need to be, but I am. Tuesday maybe, yeah. I couldn't remember if it was Sunday night or Monday, but you're right. It might have even been Tuesday. 9. When I'm done with these nickels, we're gonna rip into another 2000 Philly Sacagawea. Mint, directly from the mint. Pick out some more to save on that front and search the Wounded Eagle for one more roll. I think that's I have 3 rolls of those left. Not expecting to hit the eagle, but at least pull a couple real nice ones out. Save into the collection. $75, not the high D. Be cool to find the high D. 64 Philly. With almost no building left. D. I figured I'd jump on here tonight, do a couple nickel rolls, do another roll of those Sacagaweas. I got a couple packages to open, actually. 3. I don't usually get sucked into the copper game, but I did. 75 Philly. I did the other day on Whatnot. I was on, and there was a seller. I think they're a store actually that really had a couple copper pieces I couldn't pass up. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm buying copper. Kind of a nice looking 21 there. 79D. Was a D, wasn't it? Yeah, that looked like a Denver to me. This might be a skunk roll. We might be getting skunked on this one. We might be getting skunked on this one. Raz, what's up? Oh, finishing up the third nickel roll here. I'm going to do another roll of those mint roll Sacagaweas, chasing the wounded eagle and trying to set a couple aside that have very few flaws in them. This looks like it's going to be a skunk roll. I don't think we're going to hit anything earlier than the 60 cut in this roll. And I got a couple packages to open. So I figured I'd jump on tonight and hang out, see who swung through. Investable was here just a couple minutes ago. I don't know if he's still here or not. He was at work, so he may be in and out, or maybe he got done with work. Here's kind of a nice 20. Got a little bit of wear, but what's those steps look like? Yeah, night one with no pick, you know. For the pack, we don't pick till round 2, so and I'm not really expecting them to move up. I think they're going to sit at 52 right now. A little more chatter than I would want on the reverse to truly set aside. I can get a better one out of a mint set. No die chips in the date or anything. Not a bad one though. It wasn't bad. I'll be a little surprised if they move up, but I don't think they're gonna. Don't think we're gonna. And an ocean view for nothing, so we do have to give that roll the old skunk button. All right, now let's do a quick 25. So I almost wonder, I've been considering, I'm like, do I like keep one of these sealed just for what it is? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not really worth it because I'm not a big reseller or a seller. I'm more of a collector, so it's like I would almost rather open it and, you know, do the chase than keep it sealed in the collection and just to be able to say I have it. You know, and the bigger payoff is obviously opening it and hitting the big coin. Just picked them up from the shop, or was it an order? You don't really whatnot though, do you? If I remember right, you're not a big whatnot guy. So there's all the edges. So let's take the 2 enders, because we know that those probably should have some issues. Get me at the right spot here. That don't look bad. I don't think it's going to be one of the better coins though. I didn't even look at the eagle. Yeah, I don't see it. But I don't I'm not picking out any spots. See, there's spots. Okay. So if I get to the right angle, yeah, that one's kind of spotted. So that's what I thought. I figured you were picking them up from old Pueblo. A little bit of spotting, but not bad. Get in the right light to make sure we don't see that eagle. All right. Now we're past the enders. I don't see spotting on that one too bad. A little chatter up. A little chatter right up here. Oh yeah, you were telling me about how they have that bid board. That'd be cool. I wish we kind of had that. Any eye catchers? Yeah, right up here above E. pluribus might be an eye catcher. Like I said, on her forehead there. Yeah, that's a pretty good gash. If it wasn't for that, and is that just off my thumb? Yeah, that was off my glove. So if it wasn't for that forehead gash and that little bit of cheek chatter, and well, that's just discoloration really. So that looked worse in the camera than it was. There's a little bit of a crack there. So all right, so it's probably a save coin, but it's probably not a major set aside. I see some spotting there. Good gash up top there at that star under states. I mean, if any of these turned out to have the wounded eagle, we wouldn't care about one or two little spots or gashes, some spotting there. Usually I've been pulling about 4 coins out of these rolls that are truly, they go to my collection because they have one or no eye catchers. I don't know if that's just I forget I have this here. Yeah. Not overly impressed with that coin. Get in the right light. You can pick up the eye catchers. There's a cheek and to the right of her head there. Looks like there might be a scratch or something up there. I don't know, maybe I won't get 4 out of this roll. That'd kind of be a bummer that if I don't pick anything out of this roll. Couple big spots, not pleasing to the eye. I don't know, maybe I'm being too picky and I should be saving some of these. I mean, essentially they're all uncirculated. Yeah. Looks like she's got a nose dent. Good scratch there up top. I have coin roll hunted 4 of the nickels. Nothing else. Of course, I don't do dimes. Boy, that's a nice reverse if it wasn't spotted. But I've gotten 4 of the new nickels. We might not get any. Looks like there's a blemish there, and I don't see anything in the eagle. But only Denver. I have not coin roll hunted a Philly nickel yet. This might be a save coin. I mean, there's still spotting, but And the camera here doesn't pick it up. I don't think the scope camera pick. Yeah, well, you can see how the spotting's a little discoloration for the spotting. You know, now I don't know if that's from like cleaner that they used or what. I have no idea what creates this spotting on these coins. It's some type of moisture that then eventually dries. You know, or if it's something that comes out of the coin, like the mixture of something. I don't know. I don't know coins that well. Spotting's not too bad there, but nice ding above the 2000. Bring that in a little closer. Man, I haven't set one aside yet, and I got less than half the roll left. So this roll might not produce a keeper. That ain't bad. That might be the best one I've seen so far. The spotting is very minimal at the right angle. That'll go one level up. That might be the best one I've seen. And this one I don't like. From the start. The only thing that's going to make this one better is a Wounded Eagle. And that ain't there. And that one's not bad. That I don't see spotting, but oh, I thought it was a scratch, and it must have been a really light hair on her chin there and her cheek. So she's got a little nick in her lower cheek. Let's see what the back looks like. It looks like maybe one nick in front of the eagle. Other than that, nothing that stands out. I'm going to... I think I'm going to take that coin. I think that'll go to the save. Any eye catchers? See something in her hair. I'll just look at it quick on the scope. It's a very minor scratch in her hair. Even through the scope, it doesn't show up tons. A little bit right up here at the wing. Right in between pluribus unum. So, still not a terrible coin. Alright, what do we got? 5 left? 5 left, and then I think I'll open some packages. A little bit of spotting, a little more consistent spotting, and looks like a couple dings in front of her face. Boy, does that not look like a scratch or something in the eagle there? Yeah, it was a scratch. I'll flip it over here. Yeah, exactly. That's what you see what I was picking up there? It is a contact scratch, but boy, just about in the perfect spot, huh? And if you actually get it, that's I do believe there's actually 2 die cracks that should be there. And then I would have to look up the other die markers. Oh yeah, exact. Raz, you can't complain. They're all a buck. They are all a buck. A little bit of a wing scratch there. I mean, for what I think I said it last time I opened a roll of these. For what they are, you can't complain. They're 26 years old. But you are right, Raz. So well, it's still buck. Three left. Three left. You know, I've said before, even, you know, these are mint rolled, but I do a lot of cracking of mint sets, and even those have dings on them, you know, from before the mint got them into the set. So you got to kind of take what you can get. That's not a bad obverse. I don't see a standout eye catcher on that obverse. Yeah, there's some minimal spotting, but we'll see what the back is. If the back holds up, I think it's a save coin. I think what I'm seeing by the up here in between the wing and the E pluribus, that might just be die scratches. That might be on the die, you know, like, because I don't see. That might be the best coin of the roll. That might be the best coin of the roll. Because I don't know if there is an eye catcher on that one. And this would have been the second coin from the other end. A little bit on her cheek. A little scuffing on her cheek. That's basically what is catching my eye there. And, I don't know. Probably just a mid-tier coin. Alright, I'm going to move these. We're going to go to my packages. Because that was the other thing I wanted to do tonight. Was open up some mail. The mail day. These will all hit the scope eventually as I hang out on Whatnot on a night. Alright. Let's do this for the packages. Let's do a little bit of... Those were the 3 hits out of the nickel rolls. Alright, what do we got first here? Let's do... I think these are actually... Alright, so this is from the guy I buy from every now and then. R4 Mike. I think this might just be one coin. I gotta get a... Let's see, yeah. I think this might just be one coin. But it's heavy. So I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, he said he was going to throw something in for me, so I don't know what that is. Alright, so I think this was the coin I actually... Is this the coin I actually bought? I don't know. No, I don't have a clue now what I bought. What did I buy? Oh, okay. This is what he said. Okay, so he threw this in. This says gift. James Madison. So but this is what I bought. I'm a fan of the 64s, just because I'm a fan of my 64 truck. So he had a 64 proof. That looks pretty darn good. Camera's almost too good for a proof that shiny. It's really glaring it out. But that's got to get flipped up. Well, I don't see a whole lot of flaw on that. Definitely got a mere finish. Must have been why I bought it. I must have not seen too many flaws on it when he was showing it. And something else here. What is this? Holy smokes, he sent me a bag of nickels. Let's see what he sent. .48 Philly. These might just, it might be a bag of .48 Philly. We'll go through a couple of them. Nope, there's a .48 Denver. Another from this. Let me just go here. Is it a bunch of four? All right, so Mike the man sent me a bag of 48. So the 48 Denver and 48 Philly collection numbers go up by a handful. Well, that's cool. I will. I'll have to thank him when I am in his stream again. Probably, geez, there must be probably 20 nickels there. That's pretty cool. We'll check those for errors and stuff at some point. Alright, what is this? Hildreth. I think that's his username too, so. I think I was sitting in his stream one night and I just ended up, I think I got 3 coins from him. Let's see. Boy, oh boy. This is a little tiny thing, huh? No, I guess I'm going back to the scissors again. We're just going to try to get into this coin any way we can. Wrap that up good. All right. So, if I remember right, yep. I picked up a 64 proof from them that I think looked pretty darn good across the board when I saw it. I gotta get it the right distance here, and then it focuses a little bit. Although the camera's gonna struggle with any of these coins that are that shiny. So there, got that one, and then I got a couple flips here. I will reflip these for sure. Another, did I get another 64 proof? Yeah. Another 64 proof. Looks darn near flawless. That's a beauty coin right there. You gotta like proofs. And this flip is an actual nickel size flip, so I can't cut around it. This is another 64. Boy, those steps on that look good. I'm gonna cut the flip cardboard because I'd like to look at that under under the scope. So we're gonna like open this flip. Well, I've never seen one of these. Flips actually, oh, that's probably just a stamp. I was gonna say, it looked like the flip was actually like printed, but I'm guessing that's a stamp that you can get. I think I got this because it had a little toning too that I thought was kind of nice. So this is a straight, oh, that's got to be a proof too. The flip didn't say proof, but I don't think that's a, I don't know. I guess if this ends up in a video, tell me if you think that's a proof or if that's just an uncirculated 64. Let's pop it over to the scope. The steps are there. The steps are most definitely there. The sheen is sandproof to me. Yeah, that's not a circulating, that's not a business strike. So I ended up getting 3 64 proofs then, I guess. You can see the toning difference on that one from above. This one here though that's phenomenal. I mean, that flat out blinds you. And then this one's got a little bit of toning. I don't know which camera picks up the toning the best. I think this one's got a little bit of fading, essentially, where like these two don't yet. This one could be circulated a little bit, but I still think it's a proof. I don't know. Just from it laying there, looking at it, there's no way that's a circulation strike. All right, last package. Yeah, almost cameo. On all three of them. I think you were saying almost cameo on this. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool penny though. I do like it. I got good condition buys there. All right, this is the, if I remember right, this, yeah, Copper Kingdom. This is, I don't usually get sucked into the copper rounds for the most part, but I did this time, and I think this is a series of like 10 or 12 different versions. So I have a feeling I'm going to end up with, if there's 10 or 12 in this series, I'm probably going to end up with, I'd say good chance 6 to 8 of these. So it says Vixens on that side and 2020, and they're in little capsules. Like, they're about the size of a, they're a little smaller than a trading card actually. 2026 AVD P999 copper. He's got the number on. That's just the number that it was, that sale number for him. I got the witch. And then this was the first one I bought. So the back is exactly the same. Vixens. And then this was the first one I bought, and I was like, yeah, I want that one for sure. She reminds me of Zenoscope's Van Helsing character. So let's see. We're gonna have to pull back a little bit here. So they're kind of cool. I do like them. Suppose I could take my gloves off now at this point, but yeah, they do go with the mouse pad. They do definitely go with the mouse pad. I mean, this was the one that I saw first and I liked the most, but this one ain't that bad either. Probably going to, in the grand scheme of things here, we will probably replace Bridget Carlton. And the stand's not quite set to hold it. Gotta switch the stand here. I'm anticipating which ones they're going to have in the rest of the series. But yeah, I think she'll take the place there for a while in streams. Just because I think that's even though this Purple Witch is pretty cool, I think that one's still my hands down favorite. So I think that stays there, and that'll take the place of my Bridget Carlton signed card for now. All right, I'm going to do a pack of football and a pack of WNBA to end the night. Raz, you still here? Actually, I can go like this. Give you the... Alright, those are our options, yes. Those are our 4 options, Raz. If you're here on the football side. And so 1 through 4 on the footballs, and 1 or 2 on the WNBA, and that'll end my stream for the night. I got some rolls opened up. I got some packages opened up. We'll do 2 packs of cards. We'll call it a night. I'll have to get some more coffee, and clean up my floor here. Okay, he said mosaic. Okay, so he went mosaic on the football. And I think you're the only one hanging out, Raz, so you get the basketball pick too. Prism. Yeah, that's a good pick. Prism is actually the little bit better product, a little bit higher quality product. I don't have the Packer hit button set up on this new setup now, so should probably redo that. Get the Packer hit button set back up. Let's see which. I usually did it on the overhead camera, but this camera is so much better. I think this is the way to even do cards. Come in so it focuses on the card, and sometimes it wants to go to the background. So Troy Franklin, Malik Neighbors, a rookie Mitchell Evans. That name isn't ringing a bell as a big hit for us. And the prism is going to be... The prism's not a bad prism. Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, it's really not going to focus on a prism card. And another rookie of Tyler Warren. Come on, focus for me. And that's a variation. There should be a V on the back. And a Zach Ertz. Where's the V? Right up here. So it's a rookie variation of Tyler Warren, so that's a good card. And then the Jonathan Taylor probably wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad hit. All right, Prism. I think I was telling you earlier, Raz, I don't really have a team. I mean, I'm going to pull for the Wolves probably just because that's where I'm from. But I'm more of a fan of players in the WNBA than anything. Ruthie Bolton, Sacramento Monarchs. So that's like a throwback player. Monarchs don't even exist. And a Alyssa Pili. I get my other hand there, block out the background, then it'll focus on the card. And a cracked ice. At least the cracked ice is a rookie. Is it going to be a... Not really. Michaela Timpson. Could have done better on the cracked ice hit out of the pack. And then this back one is... Geez, how do you even pronounce her first name? Bettany? Laney Hamilton? Not a player I'm familiar with. So next year's when I'm going to be excited to crack WNBA, Raz, because one of our hometown girls got drafted earlier this month. What am I at on the stream? Only an hour. Only an hour. Shoot, should we do another nickel roll just for kicks? I don't know. I got so many nickel rolls. I probably should do more than 3 a stream. Let's do one more nickel roll just to end it. Do one more nickel roll. And it's an even 4 for the night. I think the last nickel roll was a dud anyways, wasn't it? We try to end the night on at least pulling one hit. At least pull one banger. There's color there, but I don't know if it really is going to mean anything. We'll see. Zoom back in here. Let's zoom in. 85. Can't really tell when I'm going to get to that color. 99. 06. 76 D. I think I was maybe zoomed in too far for the first couple nickel rolls tonight. 18P, chance at some die chips. I think the 18 Philly die just had an issue with it as a whole. You can see on the left side of the building where that die chip typically is and where it wanted to kind of be. Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. 17. We can come in a little bit more. 02. Still a nice lustery 23. 54 gives us our hit. So we'll be able to end the night with a hit. Let's see. Let's look at 54. What do we want in 54 before we flip it? 54. Definitely the S, but we'll take the P. Oh yeah, there we go. The S is 29 million. The Philly was 47. So we got the better of all three of them. So actually a really good hit on the last roll of the night. That's kind of cool. Another 76. Oh, didn't expect that. 39. We are looking for, well, you definitely want the Denver at 3 million or the S at 6. Just kind of want to stay away from the Philly, but I don't think it's very likely. Yeah, they're usually going to be a Philly when you hit one. Usually going to be a Philly. But it is a 39. 17. $64. I always guess Denver. Yeah, that's the Denver. 21 with gunk on it. 80. 15. I don't see any die chips. There's a Denver, so it's at least going to be a 64. I think I see a little bit of lamination error on it, which we will check out. 64. Let's look at that lamination quick. Is it a little bit of lamination? I'm gonna say no. Thought it was up in here. It might have just been the light playing tricks on me. I don't believe that. I think I saw something that wasn't there. Six. I'm gonna move out a little bit. 17. Just because we get a little bit better lighting if I move out. 15D. I have plenty of nickels to scope now for errors. 2020. 16D with some gunk. 90, yeah, that's 90. 2000. 2020. 2021. 2021 again. 1870 Denver. I thought it was an S for a second. $1,000. 72 Denver. Looks older. 72. It's as good as we get. No. Particularly need this light, I don't think. I think this light is one that don't really need. When we're down here, yeah, it doesn't. That gives us much better look at coins. 53. There is the next hit of the night. So this has been a really good roll. This actually is probably going to take the roll of the year so far. 53. We are wanting well, they're all pretty low. They're all under 100. S would be nice, but I don't know if we're going to get the S. S is a all request. No, it's the Philly. 46 million though. So if there's one more hit in this roll, 75, but not the high D. If there's one more hit in this roll, that will be the most hits of a year. Another 75D, but not the high place D. I don't think we're going to get it. I don't think we're going to get it. $78 Denver. And a 77 Denver. All right. There it is. There's the night. Not bad. There we go. Didn't really want to focus that well. All right, Raz, I don't know if you're still here or not. I am out. I got a floor full of garbage to pick up. Thanks for swinging in and hanging out. Let's look. I just want to see. I don't think I can focus any better than that, to tell you the truth. Maybe right there. Talk to you later, Az. Thanks for hanging out. As always.